What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So Nasdaq 100, I do want to show you exactly what that actually means for Lucid, and it's in action right now. And you can see that on the screen as I speak. Also, I do want to talk on the offering and more details about that, and ultimately why that is still very beneficial for Lucid at the end of the day, and not a negative by any means. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto. I do it all, so definitely subscribe. Also, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. I will also be doing weekly live streams for members only, so even more of an incentive to sign up. So with all that said, let's get right into it. So as you can see, Lucid had a nice little pop first thing in the morning, started to sell off a little bit with the broader market, but it is starting to regain, and because of several different reasons. So as you can see, again, I always bring this up, take a look at the live ticker. As you can see, it is currently up roughly about 4%, but I want to draw your attention to the block volume, which is the last column. So 4.7 million shares being traded today, and that's from institutions. Again, validating the point about this. So joining the Nasdaq 100, it did add a little bit more liquidity, a lot of positive things for Lucid at the end of the day. It does take effect on December the 20th, but keep in mind a lot of institutions and hedge funds that do track the Nasdaq 100 will need to be adding Lucid, and they already are starting. As you can tell based on the block volume column at the end, 4.7 million as of right now. It is almost closing in around 1 minute the market, so hopefully there will be a nice little bump near the end, but a lot more institutions, hedge funds, and ETFs, everything like that will be getting in this week because December 20th is when it rolls out. So keep in mind about all of that. This week will be a lot of positives going for Lucid. And obviously that's because, like I said, institutions, hedge funds, and everything like that. So I do want to also talk on this because a lot of individuals see this as a negative. So in case you didn't know, there was a 1.7 convertible senior debt offering, and ultimately it comes due in 2026. That automatically, as soon as it was announced, came as a massive negative. It caused after hours down roughly about 8%, and in reality there was nothing wrong with it. So a lot of people do compare this as a call option. So at the end of the day, the conversion rate is estimated to be $54.78, showing a 50% return on this. Given the circumstances, this is very beneficial for Lucid. It is seen as ultimately a low cost loan. Again, if you are a true investor in Lucid and you know that this is going to be a long-term gain, 100% this is a no-brainer. And I do believe it caps it out at around 130%, so it's around $78. This is why this is seen as a typically like a call option. And because if it does go over $78, then whoever does invest in this ultimately doesn't make anything over $78. That's the highest conversion rate that it can be done. And the reason why I don't think this is a negative coming from Lucid or from the standpoint of investors is that we know they are doing good things with this 1.7. They're not just going to be giving it out for charity or whatever it is. Obviously that is equally good. But what they are going to be doing is solidifying its growth. And again, there is a lot of growth when it comes to that. Saudi Arabia plant, China, and their AMP facility, which is currently in stage 2, going into stage 3, I believe, by 2026, somewhere around there, mid-decade. So again, there is a lot of good things that can be done with this. From an investor standpoint, I know we sold off roughly about 8% because of that. I do strongly feel that there is an overreaction because of that. And looking at this as well, shorts have been taking advantage of the scenario. Right now, 13.95 is the estimated short interest on Lucid. Utilization is 92.02, and short interest on a day-by-day change did increase by 5.09%, which works out to be 4.31 million shares being additionally shorted. So in my opinion, ultimately, I do strongly feel it's the shorts that are constantly manipulating Lucid as of right now. I did do a video on Saturday that did call them out, such as Adam Jonas, Jim Cramer, and various other ones as well that are aiding in Lucid's downfall. Because at the end of the day, all the bashers, everyone like that, are very strong Tesla bulls. And Lucid, hands down, is seen as a major competitor against Tesla. So obviously, if you are very much on Tesla's side, Lucid is seen as a negative. And you're going to do everything that you can to bring them down. There's a lot of different things playing into Lucid, and I don't want to go on a full-on speculation kind of situation here. It's just one of those things that needs to be addressed. Right now, short interest is coming up. I strongly do feel that the sell-off that did happen because of this debt offering is because shorts just took advantage, and you can see a week-by-week basis, it did go up 38-39%. And at its highest over the last couple of days, it was at 50% on a weekly basis. And it definitely does show that shorts are entering into Lucid. And again, taking advantage of the overall fear when it comes to Lucid and the lack of positive catalysts. Until they announce their 2021 deliveries, it's going to be all up in the air, right? So it's one of those things, risk versus reward. I strongly feel long term, hands down, Lucid is going to be very, very profitable. It's going to be the shining star in everyone's portfolio. The only thing that you will need though is patience. There is going to be a bumpy ride ahead of us, no doubt about that. It's just you need to weather the storm, right? You need to be able and comfortable to deal with these types of swings, because years from now you're not going to necessarily care if you bought it at 39, 42, 38, whatever it is. It's going to be 200 plus easily, hands down. So it's just one of those things you need to practice patience. And again, a lot of new individuals did get into this. This might be your very first stock ever, and this is probably what aided in the sell-off as well. A lot of paper hands, a lot of people saw a lot of things such as what Jim Cramer said about the debt offering. Everything is being seen as negative. The SEC subpoena as well. In reality, yeah, they said some things. Most likely at the end of the day, they'll be slapped with a fine. Very minimal, and that's just my own take on that. Again, I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about all of that in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash a thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel, again, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. But with all that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.